Yeah, waiting for folks to come in the room on the playback. Oh, what up? What up? What's the word? Oh, like it's gonna rain. Oh my God, look at that. What's up? A1s from day one. What up, Natasha? Natasha. What up? What up? I'm out here on the road. I'm in Ohio. Ohio. I'm headed to West Virginia. I don't know. Over there looks crazy. It looks like I'm finna go to another planet. The way them clouds look. Shoot, they like the clouds on Mars. So I'll probably go be pulling over soon. Shoot, I ain't trying to be super trucker today. I was trying to get as far as I can, you know. But yeah, it looks kind of crazy over there. I got the vent mount, so I can't show you all. But yeah, it's looking crazy over there, people. So I know I'm gonna end up in it because it's over there for right now. So I'm going this way, but eventually I'm gonna probably curve around right into it. Yeah, because I know Mr. Lofton was talking about um, the storm that hit Texas, and it was all in Alabama. So I guess I'm getting some residuals here in Ohio. I just wanted what I was just going to ask about the weather. Yes, it's jacked up. It's for the change over here in a minute. Right now, it's good. You know, if you look out this window, you don't see no rain or nothing, but the clouds are right in front of me. So yeah, it's going to change. I'm trying to think where I'm gonna pull off at. I think it's a. I got a long way to get to that place. Let me see. Nitro is 114 miles, so I need to make at least 50 more miles before I can find a good place to pull over. What up? What up? I see Nora the Great. What's happening? Yeah, we out here in Ohio rolling. Like it's finna storm on us though. I was on the phone quite a while talking to Mr. Lofton, and then my man E Green was on the phone with him for a minute. I said, let me come on and give y'all a video while it's still kind of early. And just kind of chop it up. Just kind of chop it up. Skipping work to work on my other business. That's what's up. What other business you got going on? If you don't mind sharing, what you got going on? What you got cooking over there? You got a side hustle? You got a business? What is it? LLC? Got this guy on the side of me. Figured a female driving crazy. She on the phone. Have to do that sometime. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. My own business. Doing what? Tell us what it is. I want to know. You know I'm nosy. You know we nosy. Doing what? Just give me some. Just give me the industry. In case you don't want to tell. I know we don't want to tell like we got a gazillion dollar plan. You know what I mean? Our people are the laziest people sometime on earth. So you ain't got to worry about nobody stealing your idea because we too lazy to even steal it. You know, build that empire. Absolutely, absolutely, build it, and they will come. That's the philosophy. You know, that's the philosophy. Build it, and they will come. But I decided to come on and oh, excuse me, had some coffee earlier. I ain't had coffee in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's been a long time. I almost forgot. So true. It's Amazon. It's a hustle. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just telling my son about Amazon day before yesterday. He want to sell some stuff online. I said, go to Amazon. That'd be your best bet because if you just get a website going, you're gonna have to advertise because there ain't nobody gonna know where it's at. So Amazon or and here's a better one, Walmart. Walmart has built up a platform similar to go up against Amazon, so you can put products over in Walmart too. So you might want to take a look at that. See, I don't mind giving stuff away. Here, take it, and be prosperous. You know, I'm paying it forward because I'm tripping on the fact that somebody came in last night in the chat talking about, well, you're just a scam. Yeah, but I give away free ideas. I'm a scam though. I'm a scam. I give away free ideas. I just gave you, you know what? Let's see. That's that is what I heard. Walmart is coming for Amazon. Exactly. So I just gave it away, but I'm a scam. I'm thinking about going on to Walmart too. Yeah, and sell things that's related to trucking: gloves, hammers, crowbars, boots, steel toe boots, safety vests. My safety vest right here, sitting on my chair. Safety vest, trucker hats. 'Cause I love my trucker hats. Um, what else? Oh, safety glasses. Got my safety glasses around here somewhere too. Everything dealing with trucking is what I would like to sell over at Walmart. Yeah, might even do the Amazon too. I just need to find time to sit down, spend the time to put it together because I know, you know, I'm so busy. It's just gonna be extra pocket money for me because, like I said, I do well. Trucking has really afforded me a good life. So, uh, once my son get out, come to start working, I'm gonna be doing that. It's gonna be curtains for you. You think y'all hate? They really gonna be hating in a few more months. Woo-wee. It's gonna be triple the hate. I'll be able to walk outside and just take a whiff of the air and just smell the hate in the air. You know, because people hate to see folks successful, but don't want to give you credit for all the hard work that you put in behind the scenes. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, 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 y'all. What up, Sweet Berry? I see you. We ain't here we ain't here to talk about haters today. You see we had that so-called female off code in the chat last night talking about I didn't know you've been to prison. So has Malcolm X, so has Martin Luther King, so has the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, so has Noble Jew Ali, and most of pretty much all of our greats have been to jail at one time or another. Because why? The system does that for a reason, right? It's called poisoning of the well. That's what it's called. If they poison us as young men before we have a chance to grow, right, and before we have a chance to gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right, later on, they can always throw that up in your face when you try to come and liberate your people. He can't be y'all Yah Messiah because he has a criminal record when he was 16 and 17. Okay, never mind the fact that he hasn't has as much as a parking ticket in 35 years. Never mind the last 35 years, that don't count. We're gonna go all the way back to when he was 16, 17. You know how much stuff I done in the last 35 years? All the places I've been, all the things I done. Oh my God. It's like the tale of two lives. Greetings. What up? What up? I see you. Isha. The system was created to pull you in. It starts by what? Getting a traffic. Exactly. What up? What up, Bob Jones? Bobby Jones. Anyone asking about if you been to the white supremacy system is an agent? Well, we know, let's say, in the WS system is an agent. Of course, that's why we have to point these tactics out so everybody's on code on how they get down. Okay, because a lot of folks, it's really the men who's supposed to know military science, right? Strategy and tactics, war tactics. It's the responsibility of the men. So I just want to make sure that we all on code, right? Men and women alike. Okay, this is what the system has done to us because they know, right? At some point, enough of us are going to get fed up of what we see happening to our people, and we're going to get up and try to do something about it. So it's a war of information. Okay, yeah, it's a war of information. That's why, if you notice, as soon as I came online, the first thing I did was tell you about my background to de-arm or disarm them so they won't be able to use those talking points against me because folks already know most of our greats have been incarcerated at one point in their lives or another. That's the first thing the system does. And it's been doing it for the last 65, 70 years. Well, matter of fact, it's probably in the last 150 years. Because when they wouldn't allow during the sharecropping times, right? If you wouldn't work and you just sat around, you went to jail for loitering. Okay? You went to jail for looking a white person in the eye. You went to jail for reading if they didn't kill you. Vagrancy put you in jail. You didn't have your papers on you, go to jail. Right? That's why we have the jail system now. They got guys in there. You don't want me to break down the system in there how it really works. They got private prison industrial complex that owns the prisons of the states now, right? And they have to guarantee the state have to guarantee the private prison corporation 90% occupancy. So how do they do that? They do that by things we're saying. One, they stop brothers from working. Okay, it's one thing. Keep us from working, right? They purposely miseducate us. They don't care if you can read or not. They're gonna pass you. Okay. Then when you just broke as a joke and you have to get out here and steal a candy bar, or steal some fish or some canned goods or whatever you got to do to make it work for you, they catch you. Yeah, they throw the book at you. I know y'all heard of situation where folks stole candy bars and got 10 years. Okay, nobody got hurt. Nobody had a gun. Right? Nobody was injured. But you give a person 10 years for stealing candy, huh? Crazy. But here's the thing. Once they get you in there, now you have to work. You have to work. Okay? Now, if you are forced to pay restitution by the courts, when you go to jail now and you work, some of the money that you work for, what they call state pay, oh excuse me, goes some of that goes to pay your restitution. Then when you get out, you got to pay the rest. You got to buy your own soap, your own deodorant, your own toothpaste, your own toothbrushes, right? You got to buy laundry detergent. You got to wash your own clothes, right? They barely feed you, so you got to buy food. So that's why guys being there so mad at each other, fighting at the drop of a hat. No, you got to keep it short now if you want me to read that. Private prisons are big business. I had a job 20 years ago to look for proposal. There was so many. Yeah, that's a lot. I can't read all of it. But yeah, you got to keep it short and sweet. Um, so yeah, you got to pay restitution. So now, in my case, I was a teacher's aide, or teacher's assistant, and I taught welding and technical math. Know me, I was always smarter than the average bear, right? So say left lanes. Hold on. Yeah, I got to get over. Um, so that job paid $45 a month. The average job in there paid $10 a month. Basically, porters, I think kitchen staff made 20 a month or 25, something like that a month. But you had to be in that hot ass kitchen. That's like being in hell. It was so hot in that kitchen, boy. You go in that sucker, you would literally lose weight in 15 days of working. It's like a sauna. I worked in the kitchen for 15 days. It was the worst job I've ever had. And guess what job I had? I was a dishwasher. I used to wash the big old pots. We had this big old dishwasher about the size of a car wash. Seemed like I put them dishes in there, and I had to turn. I think it was like a nozzle or a button or something. I had to turn and push, and it'd run through the cycles. And if they wasn't super clean, once we finished, I'll pull them out. Had these big gloves on. I'll pull them out. I look and see if they clean. They weren't really clean. I would reposition them, right? Put them back in there. They would be clean, and I would stack them up where they had to be stacked up. And the cooks would be in there cooking. They cooked in these big vats. Boy, like it reminded me of them pots that they used to have on like the Three Stooges, when they showed the Three Stooges in Africa, and they showed them inside a pot, and they showed the big belly Africans stirring up and cutting up onions and stuff, putting it in the pot. It looked sort of like that. But we had like 7 of them bad boys going in a row, and the guys, the cooks, they had these big. They looked like the paddles that they paddle with on a rowboat, stirring the stuff around in there. Shit was crazy, y'all. I couldn't wait to get my ass up out the kitchen. So I hurry up and applied to go to school. Best move I made. So I went to school, and like I said, at that time I could barely read and write. Right? Went to school, and once I took the test, because you have to test in order for you not to be mandated to go to school back then. You had to test above 6th grade reading and math. So of course, I think I scored like 5th grade in math and 3rd grade in reading. Keep in mind, I was 17 and I dropped out of high school in my senior year. So to me, I was supposed to be able to read. So this shows you, I'm prime example through experience that they would just pass you on, and they don't give a damn if you can read or not. Okay? But they trying to sabotage us, remember? They're out to sabotage us. right? So at that point, once I realized I felt embarrassed, one, so they said, okay, well, we'll give you, I think it was, uh, oh, they mandated me. That's what it was. I was going to forget what I was going to say. They mandated me to go to school. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. I need it, obviously. So I went to school and I made my mind up that I'm going to throw my all into this school. I'm going to throw my every last ounce of my being into that school. And I threw every bit into that school for 2 months. Passed the GED with flying colors in 2 months. How you like that? How you like that? So I went from a third grade reading, 60 days later, I'm reading in college level. Hey, you can't make this stuff up, people. If it wasn't my life, I believe it was a lie, but it happened. 2 months, I got my GED. 2 months. So I rode in. We had the college classes there, right? I think the college was called Southern something, Southern Illinois Eastern College or some junk. I forgot exactly what it was called. Um, so I enrolled there to take liberal arts studies, right? And then I went to welding school during the day, and then I took college classes at night. I was getting my college on, y'all. I was proud. I was so proud. My family was proud. My grandmother was ecstatic, boy. She was just, boy, I am so happy because she was just like, I'm glad, you didn't get hurt out there in them streets, and you didn't took the school, and I knew you always had it in you. So once Granny had my back, oh, I'm going full steam now, boy. I'm studying all day, all night, reading, getting all kind of books, right? Um, and so I said, you know what? I'm getting close to getting out. It's $45 a month. It's not enough money, even though that was good wages for back then. So I talked to a couple of the fellas and got me a job over in the industry. Now this is before the United Corporations, the Prison Corporation of America took over, whatever the name of it is. This is before they took over, right? Turn this light on. This is before they took over. Where's my other light at? Damn it. Oh, hold on. Let me grab my other light, y'all. Y'all see what I be buying with y'all with the money, little money y'all be sending me? Now we got a light. There we go. Um, so yeah, I had them talk to the guy and get me in the industry. Now, most of the prisons in Illinois have industries, okay? And what that means is each prison would produce a certain product. The one I was at, we made foot lockers, right? You put your shoes and stuff in. We made those tall lockers that you see in high schools, jails, everywhere. Uh, Police stations. We made the lockers where they put their uniforms and stuff, all that stuff in. And we also made these steel beds for dormitories, for universities, and we made steel beds for all the prisons in Illinois. We're talking about a multi-million-dollar operation, people. I'm talking about hella millions. The stuff we was producing, oh my God. We had trucks leaving the prison every day like clockwork with finished goods, taking them all over the freaking region, right? Multi-million-dollar operation, paying us slave wages. And we were so happy to make that money because that money was the most money any inmate could make. So I was at the top of the food chain when it comes to making money. And that was basically $200 a month. So most people there was only making $10 a month. I was making 200. So I was like rich. Yeah, rich. When I go to the commissary, I spend 100 and bring back like 4 bags, and I need help. People helping me carry back my stuff from the commissary. So now this is before the uh, the corporate establishment took over the prisons. So now they, from what I heard, they did upgraded all the equipment. They done made those industries a lot bigger. They made it more expansive. They're making more products, right? Making probably now in the damn in the billions. They're probably in the billions now, and still paying everybody slave labor, right? At the same time, let's double back on the state. How can the state guarantee 90% occupancy? Started to get a little mist on the road. Let's see. Wow, that prison was making huge profits from exactly. I worked there for about, I want to say, maybe 18 months. Yeah, something like that, 18 months, I want to say. And I think when I left there, I left with, I think, don't give me the line, I can't remember, but I think it was like $2,500 when I was released. Is what they released me with. Most guys get released with I think it's $50 now. I think it was $50 or $100, one of them, and a bus ticket. So they gave me the check. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with a check? I don't know how to cash this thing. Hold on, let me slow down a little bit. Going a little bit too fast. I'm going by the heels now. And yeah, they was making hella money. So now I know they making hella money now. Because once them private corporations took it over, they really raking it in now. They not playing with you, right? And so the state, remember, part of that agreement is the state has to guarantee 90% occupancy. At least this is what I've been told. I haven't really read up on it, but I tend to believe it because most of the guys that know these type of things, we have no reason to lie. You know what I mean? So we figure, like, okay, how are they going to guarantee occupancy? So at the same time, what were they doing? Closing schools throughout the country, underperforming schools. In Chicago, they closed 50 schools alone. At the same time, or a similar time frame, they tore down all the projects. Y'all see it? So now you got people from the projects, been in the projects all these years, right, being dispersed all over Chicago. And they're being dispersed to areas that are controlled by different gangs. And the guys in the projects are different gangs. So when them two meet each other for the first time, now y'all see why so many, if you look at the news, what, 60, 70, 80 people getting shot every weekend. This is why. So for the folks who get caught, automatic, do not collect $200, go straight to jail, right? Folks getting their car searched a lot, you get caught with a pistol, guess what? You go to jail, right? They're putting, and they even going so far as to give guys DUIs for swerving and missing a pothole. Bet y'all didn't know that, did you? You swerve in Chicago to miss a pothole, and we got thousands of them. Because guys like to ride you know, they Lexors, or they like to ride their Ashantis, or they like to ride their uh uh what's the one star with an F rims? Hey, what up? I see you. Um Forgianos, right? Guys like to ride their rims, so they ain't finna hit no potholes. So they swerve a pothole, and the police see that, they pulling them over and giving them a DUI. Bet y'all ain't know that, did you? Yep. All kind of madness is taking place, right? I see you. I'm out here rolling as usual. So the system definitely feeds off of us. It's a vampiric system, and it feeds off of us. It feeds off of their kind too, the ignorant and the poor. But we're the main targets. They'll gobble up some albinoid, some poor albinoid people and some poor Hispanics, Migos. But the system is really designed for us. Okay. So now some of us get in there and we get around the right folks who, them guys they woke before woke was a term. Okay. They in there with hundreds of books in their rooms. And I just happen to fall in with the right group. All praises due to the most high, baby. Shout out to them brothers. That's why I have no problem letting you know, because guess what? It made me a better person. I am a much better person for going through that experience. Right? Turn my lights on. Much better person. Yep. Let's see. Touch base. You get a chance. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I got pain in my shoulder. Need a massage. Yep. So we would never to go through all of that and then to come out on the other side smelling like a rose. Plenty of businesses. I've been all over the world. I've been all over the United States. I had 5 or 6 different businesses. Pretty much been an entrepreneur ever since I've been out. I worked a few jobs here and there, but that was just to make enough money to get my own thing popping. Yep. Then all over the world, Mr. International, you dig. So, we wasn't supposed to be a constructive people, period. You're supposed to be cracked out. You're supposed to be somewhere in the alley with a needle in your arm. You're supposed to be an alcoholic, right? You're supposed to be walking around here with face tats, just really being about nothing, being just about total destruction of yourself and your people. And to come on the other side of that, right? Smelling like a rose, champion your people, knowing what the system really is, and then putting people on point. Yeah, the agent's gonna come for us. Of course they gonna come for us. You think they ain't? It's cool when there ain't nobody listening to you. You know, oh, ain't nobody listening to him, so he cool. But let you try that. Folks start really. If everything was all fair, and they allow you to just have just the opportunity, just like any other content con, content creator, and people start hearing this truth and start matching it up with their experience, man, look, we'd be in the millions of subscribers. So they got to shadow ban us. They got to send trolls over here, right? And if you notice, it's never going to be about the topic, the subject. It ain't going to be about the things that we can prove. It's going to be personal attacks. And that's what we've experienced yesterday. What up, Mr. Lofton? I don't know what that person, I can't think of the name of that person, but they just came in the chat. First thing they typed, I didn't know you was in prison. What? What they got to do with the subject? Then I ignored it. I just wanted to see. If I ignored it, I figured they will put some more stuff out there to hang themselves, right? Oh, what you're doing is just a scam. Oh yeah, got it right up out the paint. That's how we gonna start doing it. We ain't gonna even start addressing it. I figure we'll address it anyway because this is for everybody. Good evening, good evening. I see you. We are not we we are not meant to be a constructive people. Anytime we start doing things constructive and we get some momentum, right? They gotta send in the agents. And the agents come in straight off the back personal attacks. They waste no time. They come straight in, straight for the juggler. They're easy to spot. And these are men and women. We got a lot of cool women too. A lot of Sambo women too. Matter of fact, it might be more Sambo women than men. But I don't supposed to say that. Guess what? I don't care because it's the truth. And I know it to be the truth. I've witnessed it firsthand. You got a lot of CIs, confidential informants, that are black women. Just in case y'all didn't know. Just in case you didn't know. They on the payroll. That's one area we don't talk about. We talk about the brothers because we know it's plenty of them. But the thing we don't talk about, these quote unquote sisters. And their job is to disrupt anytime we start to get gains and momentum of being constructive. Because ideas are criminal. It's called the thought police. Uh-oh, they talking constructive. They're talking positivity. They're actually talking about stuff that will actually liberate people. Yeah, get over there. Agent Jones, get over there. Cause some mass confusion. We do not want African people being constructive. Period. We don't want them working together. We don't want them even thinking positive. We want them to be backbiting, envious of each other, jealous, right? And backstabbing each other. We like to see that. We like that very much. So get over there and earn your pay. That's what we pay you for. So what we have to do is be on code and understand that just because folks may be the same gender as you and may be the same complexion as you, don't mean that they you. And don't get fooled by that. The code determines what side you on. And when that person came in here completely off code from Jump Street, easy. It's so easy to point them out. I ain't even got to think. The minute I read that first comment, I was like, yeah. Let me give him a little bit more room, though. So I act like I ignored it, but I didn't. So when that next comment came up, I was ready. Got him right up out of the paint. Well, got her right up out the paint. Yep. Starting to get a little mist now, lot more mist. It's not raining. Yeah, get the likes up, people. Yeah, they cause the same confusion all over the planet. What up? What up? Mario, what's going on, my Syrionian brother? We over here talking about how the new global order does not want African people to be constructive at all. Nowhere on the planet are we supposed to be constructive. Caribbean, the Americas, Africa, Europe, we are not. Well, let me change that. We are not allowed to be constructive. They have to sabotage us because they can't allow us to get big. They can't. They can't allow us to get big because we spit too many facts, too many things that anybody could go and research and see the truth. So we spit too much facts. So they're not going to try to come in here and talk about the facts, debate the legality. I can't even talk now. My tongue is so tired. I was talking to people all day. The legal aspect of the things that we're talking about. They don't want you doing that. Okay? They want us arguing about the different petty differences that they help to foster. Oh, well, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, I'm conservative, I'm liberal, right? I'm from the city, you're from the country. I'm from the northern states, you're from the southern states. I'm lighter shade of brown, you're a darker shade of brown. I drive a Mercedes. Oh, you drive a BMW. I drive a Ford. You drive a Chevy. Any little thing to keep us warring with each other and keep us off on the saints, to keep us off uh, track so we won't get on the same page with one another and realize that we all face the same global threat. So we're fighting with each other over these petty differences that they're highlighting while simultaneously the WS system has a full court press on eliminating us. Give that a moment to sink in. We're arguing about our petty differences that they bring to the forefront and highlight, while at the same time it's a full court press on eliminating all of us. You African people are not allowed to be a constructive people. So said the new order. Yep. So what must we do? One, to be able to identify when agents are among us, paid and unpaid. The code is what's going to help us to distinguish who is for African people and who is against African people. And I don't care who you are, where you were born, what tribe you from, none of that mess. If your eyes are not open to the fact that you're being exterminated and you're a willing participant in your own extermination, there's very little pushback against this system. So we first got to identify that. Then we got to identify when agents are among us, right? You use the code and their behavior to identify them. And then you have to deal with them swiftly, right? You can't play around with these folks. They're coming in to sow dissension. They're looking for any reason to discredit, right? And bring out the differences among us to have us fighting with each other. Then they step back into the background. So we have to be on code. And when these people come in, we'll all recognize it instantly, right? And get those people up out the mix. Because they need somebody weak in the group to go to and whisper, right, the deceit in their ear. Hey, why they didn't vote you as vice president? You're just as capable as that the guy they voted in there. I think you got a raw deal. And if that person is weak, they'll be like, yeah, you're right. I think I got a raw deal. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, me either. I think you should get your own organization and then we should go up against that organization. Yeah, you're right. I agree. You gonna help me organize? Yeah, I'm gonna help you organize. Cain, Cain killed Abel, right? That's how easy it is to sow dissension among a group. All you need is one weak person. That's why everybody has to know the code. Everybody got to reject that person and ostracize that person, banish that person. They come around, oh no, fam, get on away from me with your toxicity. No, see, you just don't understand my point. I don't give a damn about your point. Get away from me. Now, see, you don't even understand me. I'm not trying to understand you. Just get gone. Go play in the middle of traffic. Matter of fact, go play on some train tracks. That's how we have to be, people. Because we're doing a mighty work over here, and what we're doing over here is going to save lives. It's going to add value to people's lives. Going to give a lot of people purpose, give their life purpose, meaning. It's starting to rain a little heavy now, so luckily I'm up here at this spot, so I'm gonna see if I can pull over here and park it for the night, baby. I'll get up in the morning to make the rest of the journey. Y'all give me a minute. Let me slow it down because it's kind of wet out here now. All right, all right. Hopefully I can find a park in this bad boy. Sure I can, because this lot is really huge. Even though this place is a little rinky dinky joint. Take my Jake brake off. Turn my.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on CH&D Road, then take the first right.
We parking now, baby, so we'll holler at you in the morning. Power off. Get them lights up, family. Damn, dude, could you get your butt on in there? I'll let this guy park. My other light blowed out. That's the red light. I don't know why they got a red light up in here. This guy taking forever. I could turn this other light on. Oh. Do. Hold on. I don't feel like reaching up there because my shoulder is really tight. There we go. More light. Let that be light. So yeah, people, we gotta know the code, and it's gotta be it has to be implemented wherever you go. You take the code with you, right? And you exercise it with your own, because you got to start with your own, because they are the ones that's close enough to you to really hurt you. Oh shoot, pain is killing me in my shoulder. Let me go back here in the back and see what we got. I could park right there, right there, right there, but we're gonna go. That way, if I decide to go up in the front, I could get some walking in because it's raining now, so I can't get no walking in with this rain. This lot is not really well lit. Oh, yes, plenty of spaces back here in the back. Plenty of spaces back here. Make sure I don't get next to no damn Reaper. I bet as soon as I get parked, one of them gonna come and get right in next to me. Oh yeah, it's a big old park right here. That way I could do some push-ups on the side of the van, on the side of the truck when it stops. Is it a Reaper? Nope, no Reaper, no Reaper. Great. There we go. All right, all right, all right. All right, we done, baby. Let me get off the clock. Look on my, my tablet so I get on the clock and get off the clock. Oh, man, I need a massage. I think when I do stop, I think I'm gonna catch the Uber and get me a massage, baby. It's going down. It's like getting kind of dull. I'm gonna have to plug it up. Yeah, people. So we got to be on code because we're gonna get a lot of folks because, like I said, we're not supposed to be a constructive people. So that's gonna show up in numerous ways because the system has devised such a prison planet to where we don't know when folks have our best interests at heart. We so freaking brainwashed to the point where we we're skeptical of everybody, and as a consequence of that, you miss out on your blessing. Okay, if a person doesn't have, if a person doesn't have um, some scars, right? Person don't have some bullet wounds. See that? Right? Don't have some type of background. Shouldn't trust them. Okay? Shouldn't trust them. Right? And they come in to tear other folks down and they don't put forth their works. Where your work at? Lay your work before the people. Since you want to challenge a person, lay your works before the people and use that as your calling card to go against another person and their works. But that ain't how they come. See, they come with straight personal attacks. It's the same game plan for the last 60 years. Do they not think we not gonna figure this shit out? They've been using the same playbook for 60 fucking years. This is why you need to be alert and keep your mind and spirits up. This is why I don't drink or smoke. That's the same reason why I don't drink or smoke. I've been sober now 36, going on 37 years. Haven't had a drink, haven't had a smoke. But I started early. I started drinking and smoking at 11. Okay. I tried cocaine at 13. Stopped it all at 19. Yep. Something like that. Let's see, 19. Yeah, 19. Okay. Did the AA, right? And NA, Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholic Anonymous. I did both of them back in my 20s. I was going to meetings, you know. I am so and so, so and so, and I am an alcoholic. I went through all that back in in the 90s, early 90s. Yeah, I'm blessed. Yeah, I got shot and then it ended up in my neck, and right now it's in the base of my skull. Yeah. So I've taken some punishment, right? Got beat up by the police, right? Lied on, railroaded, because the and see here's the thing I don't even tell people. I told Mr. Lawford this earlier. The thing I don't tell people, right? The part that I played in going to jail, I was innocent. See, that part I don't even tell y'all. I just let y'all run. I just let folks run away with their imagination. I don't even tell them the truth of what really happened. Okay. I would say out of the time I did, which was six calendars, meaning 6 years, right? The part that I actually did, because I had separate cases. So the first case I actually did, it was my work, it was my spot, and I got caught. So rightfully so, right? And that was really only supposed to been 12 months. I was only supposed to do 12 months. So in and out in 12 months. That's nothing, right? Considering all the time I got away. So to me, that'd have been fair. Okay, cool. I've been out here doing dirt. I got caught. I got to do 12 months. That's how I work. Okay. The police got a job to catch me. I got a job to get away. So we both doing our job. So that's how I looked at it. And if I get caught, cool. You know what I'm saying? Uh, my gang running up in there. So once I get in there, I'm in there with friends and family and cats I grew up with. We good. You know what I'm saying? We good. We gonna be in there playing cards. You go in there playing dominoes. You know what I'm saying? Playing spades, playing chess, because chess was my thing. You know what I mean? So to me, it was all flood. So I wasn't worried about that. But then the part I didn't do, that's where the other 5 years came from. And what it was is somebody was getting jumped on, and I just happened to walk up as it was happening. Had nothing to do with me. I hadn't even been with them guys none that day. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even have been there. But of course, hard head make a soft butt. I should have been at home because I had promised my girlfriend at the time that I was going home when I left her house, and I did go home, but then once I got home, I was bored. I came back out and went to hang out where I normally hang out, and they was beating the guy because he had did something, stole something or whatever. And when I walked up, it was already happening. I ain't had nothing to do with the shit. So the guy ended up surviving the beating because it was pretty brutal beating. It was like 4-on-1, right? And the reason why they stopped beating the guy is because me and the guy that they was beating know each other, right? We kind of hung out a little bit, and I was digging on his sister. He had a sister that was so bad, and I was digging on his sister. So they kind of like knew that, right? The guys who was beating him know me and this dude is cool, and they know I'm trying to get at his sister. So they felt like that I might want to help him. So when I walked up, they stopped beating him to explain to me what he had did and why he was being violated. So once they told me that, I was like, well, shit, I'm not here to verify or deny what he did because I wasn't here. So, but just that gave him enough time to get away. That little time that they was explaining to me, they gave him time to get away. So he got away, and he went to the police, because he was beaten pretty bad. They had iron pipes, and they were beating him with iron pipes. So he was fucked up. Um, and so he went to the police that day. Told them he had to go to the hospital. He was in the hospital for a minute, but he survived. And he told the police the truth. He's like, "Hey, my man walked up. He ain't had nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for him, I might have got killed that night." They stopped beating me to explain to him what I had did, basically, because me and the guy was cool. So he told the police the truth. So when the police came around and grabbed us, and then they found out what my name was, right? They pulled me out from the other four guys, separated us. You know how they do. They take you to they take you down to the precinct. They separate everybody and being there like, well, over there, they telling on you. I'm like, they ain't telling on me. I ain't worried about nothing. You dig? This is part of what we got to go through as gang members. So I've been there with my feet kicked back. Yeah, come on with it. Get in my ear, be screaming and threaten me with all that time. I'm not worried. Okay. So they finally realized, like, okay, these are basically hardcore dudes. So they couldn't break none of us. Okay. So they came to me and they said, well, look, we're going to charge y'all all with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, every goddamn thing they could think of. Everything they could think of. Right. And so I'm like, ain't none of that shit gonna stick. Man, was I wrong. See, man, was I wrong. So then they came back to me after I guess they felt I was a little bit nervous about it. Cause I was like, well, I ain't did nothing, so I ain't worried. So they came back and they said, well, we won't implicate you if you testify to who was the actors, who had the pipes, who was the one, all that basically snitch. Y'all know that's the number one rule among street guys. Can't snitch. So I told them like, well, hey, look, I'm not telling nothing, right? So that's how I got charged. So didn't even do it. Had to do 5 extra years for something I didn't do because I wouldn't snitch. and you know what? I would, if I had it all to do again, I would do the only thing I would do different. I would stay my ass in the house, like I told my girlfriend. If I had to stay in the house, we'd probably be married now with kids because she was the love of my life, and I definitely messed that up. I can admit that. You would have to have a new identity if you snitch. No, I wouldn't have to get no new identity. I could have just moved to another place. You know what I mean? I could have moved to another place, which I did when I got out anyway. When I got out, instead of going to Chicago, I went to Southern Illinois University. So I was down there for 3 years. And then I came back to Chicago and became a real estate broker. And then I lived on the, I grew up on the west side. I lived on the south side. So I could have avoided the guys. They didn't know me like that. And to show you how life works, just to show you how life works. Let's see how many was one, two, three, four, and it was two people standing around, but I can't remember their names. It was a girl standing there, and it was her brother, and he was a young dude trying to hang out with us. Um, and out of those four that was beating that guy, two of them I know for sure are dead now. Been dead for years. The other two I haven't seen. I've seen one, but I haven't seen him in like 7, 8 years. So I don't know if he's still living. And the other guy I haven't seen him since court, and that was back in shoot uh, 87. Yeah, it's like 87. You know what I mean? But yeah, snitching is just not part of the code. Plus, I wasn't worried. I did my little stretch, and it was actually the best thing for me. So the only thing I would change is that. But outside of that, I wouldn't change nothing else, because the people I met, I was lost, didn't know nothing about my people. I did not know my who my people were, far as historical ancestral history, right? Didn't know nothing about Africa. Um, knew nothing about Islam, nothing about karma, none of the positive things that I talk about now. I knew nothing. I was totally into the gang culture. Um, my thing was guns and drugs. That was my thing. I wanted to have guns, and then of course I wanted to be the biggest drug dealer I could be because that was the thing back then. Let me get off the clock. Hold on, guys. I almost forgot. Come on, what are you doing? Oh shit, I ain't even got no juice in it. Hold on. It just went dead on me, so I gotta plug it up to get off the clock. So I wouldn't change anything. Grew up without a father, without a good role model. Most of my role models were gang members. You know, everybody in my family, all my cousins, all my uncles, all my aunts. I grew up literally in a gang family. Everybody, mom, dad, grandma, all my cousins, all my uncles, all my aunts, all of us, even the kids, everybody. Yep. Them likes up, people. What y'all playing for? I ain't even asking for no money. Get them likes up before I start saying hit the cash app. Matter of fact, don't even hit the like button. Hit the cash app. Just bypass the like button altogether. uh, oh, it's pain in my shoulder, guys. Oh my God. I guess I'm gonna have to do some shoulders tonight. Got to do some shoulders tonight because my shoulder is killing me. But yeah, I wouldn't change anything. So that's when I found out about Malcolm. Read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Excellent read. That really woke me up. And then I have to give, I always give praise, even though I'm retired. I'm a retired gang member. I always say that I'm retired, but I'm always have love for my gang is because they assisted in me waking up. So they get some of the credit as well because at that time they had adopted, which is most of the gangs are doing in the country now. They have adopted Islam as being the official gangs religion. So a lot of the gangs are doing that throughout the country now. And I don't think they really was aware that the effect that it was going to have on a lot of us, right? Because they really had to force it down our throats because we were all coming in as renegade Christians, rogue Christians. You know what I'm saying? Because that was what we grew up on. You know what I mean? So Christianity was in our heart, and so a lot of us resisted Islam just flat out. You know, off the face of it, we rejected it, and they kind of forced it on us by saying, "Look, this is what it is." Right? You gotta roll with it. So once we realized, like, all right, we gotta roll with it. So once I actually started reading the Quran, I turned into a different animal, boy. I was like, man, I got to be about my people. I can't follow what they say. You can't. What is that saying? You can't follow two masters. Can't follow two masters. So I always praise them because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gravitated toward Islam on my own. I don't think it was because of that, and then Brother Omar, because he was the only one that had a Quran at the time. So it was the gang pushing us to Islam first. Then I rejected it at first. Then when they say it's mandatory, so I started like, okay, cool, it's mandatory. Then there was only one person that had a Quran up there where I was at, and it was Brother Omar. I never forget. And I used to go up there. He used to be the only one reading the book out of 100 people in that cell house. That cell, what they used to call them? It wasn't called cell house. It was called I can't think. It's been so fucking long now. That's a good thing. It's been so long. I can't even remember what the shit was called. But anyway, it was 100 people up there living in that dorm. What they didn't call it dorms. No, we didn't call it dorm. We called it something else. Tier. That's what we called it. So on that tier, it was 100 people living together in that one tier. Out of 100 people, it was only one person reading, and that was Brother Omar. He was up there reading the Quran. And so, for whatever reason, the Most High put the notion in me, go up there and ask that brother what he reading. And for whatever reason, because in normal circumstances, I would have never did that. I didn't care nothing about reading. What the hell I want to read for? I want to get out here to these drugs and guns. That's what I wanted to do. As soon as I get out of here, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. That's what my mindset was. I can admit that. But of course, the Most High had a different plan for me, and I went up there and asked him what he was reading, and ever since then, I've been a changed person. Over 35 years. So for folks to come in here to talk about, oh, you've been to prison, yeah, 35 years ago, that's another lifetime. You know how much stuff I done since then? I'd have been outside college, right? I had a business at the college. I worked at the steel mill. I was a real estate agent, then a broker. I had plenty of rental. I did the rental thing. I was a leasing agent for condo conversion companies, right? I had my own chain of stores, right? Then I was a traveling salesman for a small stretch there. That was a man hell of a job when I was a traveling salesman. Then got out of the stores, got into trucking, and now here we are. Been owner operator now for 6 years. Own 2 trucks. Been all over in Africa 7 times on my own dime. Never was in the military. So none of my travels has nothing to do with the military. And why did I go? Because I saw one video that said, if you want to get out of here and go to Africa, you should visit first. Right? You should visit first. And if you like it, you should visit 2 more times. So that's 3 total. So how many times have I been to Ghana? 3. Where's the land I own? Ghana. Well, I lease. Y'all know what I mean, though. And now it's going to be my 3rd time going to Sierra Leone. Okay? Off of watching one video. So these videos are literally changing people's lives. Literally. Okay, I got 3% juice on this thing now, so let me turn it on and go ahead and finish getting off the clock. So now that I'm a construct and the thing about being a constructive human being and basically a constructive African, now that I'm a constructive and been like constructive for all these years, right? Win after win after win after win. Just nothing. I've been racking up nothing but wins, right? People never thought that this would be me because of how I used to be. They remember me when I was a kid and how much trouble I used to get in, right? But you know, people still refuse to acknowledge all of the constructive things I have done over these last 35 years. They refuse to acknowledge them. So let me ask y'all, why do they? I have a track record of 35 plus years of being constructive. Nothing but wins, right? Let me ask y'all, why do y'all think that people, and these people who really, really know me, grew up with me, everything, went to school with me, all the whole gamut, people in my family, everybody, right? People who really know me or knew me, why do they refuse to acknowledge, right, all of the constructive things I have done over the last 35 years? Let me ask y'all, what y'all think the reasons are? Nor the Grace said, of course, people don't want you to change and improve. They are stuck in their own life. Okay. I think it's a little bit deeper than that, but go ahead. Anybody else? Turn this AC down a little bit. I believe it. I believe it. We can be self-defeating. True. True. I agree with that to an extent, but I don't think that's exactly what it is. That's some of it. Both of those are some of it. But I want somebody to hit the nail right on the head. Anybody else? Because I know why it is. You know I know. But I'm gonna let y'all get a chance to participate now that I can pay attention. Turn these lights off. Turn the truck off. Oh, the shoulder. Okay, Miss Brown saying your achievements reflect the lack of achievement or effort in their life. Isha said there are people that hold on to other people's past because they can't forgive themselves for their own guilt. Yes, 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 yes. Both of these, especially Miss Brown. It's called the mirror effect. Okay. If me and you go to school, right, and we sit next to each other in class, right? So let's say our desks are butt up against each other, right? And we are going through the school year, and when you do your test, you get an A. I do my test, I get a C, right? You do your quiz, you get a B minus, B plus, I get a D. And spelling, I get an F, you get a C plus. You see my paperwork, you see my grades all year long, right? You see me barely pass. Because really I didn't care, right? You went your whole life doing stuff like that, getting A's, B's, B minus, C plus, right? You wasn't in the street. You ain't never held a gun. You ain't never sold drugs. You never used drugs. You never abused alcohol, right? You wasn't out in the street gang banging and fighting, right? You never went to jail. And then for the person who went through all that, because you was there, off to the sideline though, and you seeing me go through all this, then for me to get out and pass you, yeah, I can see why they don't acknowledge it. I can see why they don't acknowledge it. I'd have been all around the world, literally. And when I meet and see these people, I'm Facebook friends with them. Okay, I'm Facebook friends with them. But guess what? They'll take me all the way back to when I was 11. They will not address the last 3 years. Oh man, you been to Africa? They don't talk about that. Oh, you still doing the truck thing? They don't talk about that. Oh, you still doing some real estate deals? Yeah, I'm still doing a few. They don't talk about that. You into the crypto space? Yeah, I am. They don't talk about that. You still into the health, the vegetarian and health and herbs and all that? Yeah, I'm still in that. They don't talk about that. They want to take me all the way back to when I was 11 and 12. Okay. Hey man, you remember when you bust that guy head with a pipe? Man, I was 13. You remember when you got into it with the guy who tried to steal your drugs? Oh yeah, yeah. And, and we bust out all his car windows and flattened all his tires. And when he came outside, we bust him up with 2x4s. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Vaguely. Vaguely, I remember all that. People can't handle it once you surpass them. They become jealous and resentful. Exactly, Isha. Exactly. They're literally resentful of the little success I have received, right? And now, what they do now is badmouth Africa because they can see that I'm really, really, truly passionate about Africa, right? So now what they do is now low key they like to bash Africa. I wouldn't want to be there. And they had that little smug look on their face. Ain't no way you could get me to go to that hellhole. Yeah. But when you go to their house, they living in poverty right now. Barely can survive. This is what I look forward to life's lessons. Absolutely. It came full circle. So the DC student is now winning and been winning for a long time. And of course, they've been taking L's after L's after L's, literally taking L's left and right? Sad. And it could change because they haven't really grown. Like I said, I've had the luxury and the privilege and the what else I want to say? Um, yeah, the privilege of the law of attraction, right? My positive outlook on things now have allowed the universe to send to me all the people that I need. So when I was at my worst, when I was at what they call my crossroads, when I was at my crossroads, what happened? The Most High put me in a situation that I had nothing to do with, where I had to do all that time. But the positive of doing that, I could be mad, I could be walking around here with a chip on my shoulder, man, I did all the years and for something I didn't do. I could walk around with a chip on my shoulder, or I could use this as an opportunity to figure out what the universe is trying to tell me, or what is it? Where is it trying to guide me to? And the universe, I am um, sure it was trying to guide me to all of those outstanding brothers that I met inside who had natural life that was willing to take a young guy like me at 17, hot head, big, strong, right? Couldn't think my way out of a paper bag and took me up under their wing. And I literally had 10 fathers. I had to, that's why I'm so bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so bad now, because I had 10, literally 10 fathers. And I got a little bit of each one of them in me now. Now I don't know how they doing, because we're not allowed to go back in and visit them if you've been in there and all that. So they got it to where they can't, they keep us separated. And now I've been gone so long, I done lost contact with all of them. I don't even know if they still living, because it's been 35 years. I know we just lost the one recently I told y'all about in California, and I didn't even know he was gone. I'm thinking he was still around. I've been waiting. In my mind, I'm thinking like he usually would just go a couple years and then he would just call me out of the blue. So I was hoping that was gonna happen, because I was like, well, damn, you in California. Sometimes I drive to California, so if I'm there, I'm gonna call you up and shit, have you come get me. But he passed away few months ago from a brain aneurysm. I think that's how you say it. Um, super duper, I mean, super duper intelligent brother. This brother was so intelligent, boy. It was scary. It was scary how intelligent this guy was. He went to college in there. He was a he was teaching Arabic, taught it to himself. Then he was teaching me, teaching most of us up to Arabic. He gets out. He comes to the same school with me because I was there. So he came to Southern with me, and we lived across the street from each other. So we was in jail together. We get out. I got out first. He got out, I think, about 18 months later, something like that. Yeah, maybe 18 months later, he got out. He had did like 20 years. He gets out. He comes to Southern with me. He lives across the street. We walk to school together, right? He gets his master's, because he had already had his bachelor's from inside in political science. He gets his bachelor's. I don't know what he got his master's. I mean, I'm sorry, his master's. I don't know what he got his master's in. Then he left there and went to the University of Indiana and got his PhD. Graduated, and then they made him a professor. So he was a professor at U of I in Bloomington. I think it's Bloomington where it's at. Then he got recruited by a school in California. I don't know the name of it. And he went there to go to teach in California. And that's where he died at. The people I had, boy, I had some solid man. That's why I said I would never be ashamed of that. I am so proud that I had 10 fathers. Yep. And that's why I'm so constructive. That's why I'm so positive. That's why I'm going to make it work no matter what. And so a lot of folks don't have that determination and that grit because they haven't really been tested. I've been tested. I've been tested to come through all that shit I grew up with, to be on this side, you know what I'm saying? Upright, God fearing, law abiding citizen, taxpayer. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. So don't let nobody come in your space who is not constructive. Okay. We need to be shunning these people, ostracizing these people. Need to be running these people out of town, but we trying to get up out of here because there's too many of them. We outnumbered, people. We're surrounded by the basic and brain dead. Shout out to our Kathy. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, it's all good because he was in his late 60s. He might have been in his 70s because he might have been, yeah, he had to be 70 something because he was a lot older than me. So I want to say he was maybe 73. He might have been at least 20 years older than me. So 15 maybe. I don't know. I know he was a lot older than me, so I can't really remember how old he is now. But he had a good life. You know what I mean? You come out of prison and become a college professor with a PhD. You can't tell me I wasn't around some outstanding, outstanding African men. Okay? You go into their cell, they have books better than the freaking library in prison. That's where I got my business know-how from. I knew how to start a business from day one. The minute I touched down, I had a business going within 3 months. Never had a business ever in my life. Legitimate business, LLC. Tax numbers, advertising in the newspaper. Had my first contract after 4 months. All from what I learned from in there. So, hey, being constructive is nice. I like it. I like it. What they say? I love it when a plan comes together. I love it. Can't beat it. And then knowing the law of attraction, right? You put out the energy that you want to come back, right? Let's see what Isha said. That's how good God is. Even our mistakes work out for. Yep, that's right. That's right. That's when I learned about all the universal principles, all the universal laws, the law of attraction. That's why since I've been home, all I've been doing is winning. When I needed a job, I went right out, boom, job. Yep. Then I was like, I'm making okay money. I go to a job fair. I got a job now. I go to a job fair because we had to go through mock interviews. We had a program. I don't know if they still have it. The program was called Fresh Start. Okay. And what it was, we had like a teacher. She would come in. I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays, I want to say. Right. We would sit in a classroom because believe it or not, prisons have classrooms. So we're sitting in the prison classroom. So I'm in the classroom and we're sitting in a circle. She's in the center, and we had to do mock 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 interviews. Okay, so she would be the introvert, inter. I can't even talk now. The interviewer, and we had to be the interviewee, right? So, and then we would go around in a circle. So, like, she would start off and she would ask like maybe five, six, seven, or whatever, 10 questions, right? You had to answer them. You had to answer those 10 questions satisfactory, and everybody in the group had to give a nod before you could before they would go to somebody else. So like she would ask the questions, I would give the answers, right? And then everybody in the room had to agree that the answer I gave was the best answer, right? And everybody had to agree before I was allowed to go to the next one. And then once I got all 10 acceptable to the whole group and to the lady, then it would go to the next person and then we would do the whole thing over again. Man, I got so good at doing interviews. When I got out, I couldn't wait to get to an interview. I couldn't wait. They taught us how to dress, how to talk, how to have your nails, have your face trimmed, your hair cut, right? What kind of shirts to wear, what kind of shoes, belt, all that. Portfolio, bring a nice black pen, bring your resume. That shows how to put resumes together, right? Cover letters, right? All that. Best program I ever attended. I'll go back to that program right now because it was actually fun. So now, look, every time I go to an interview, man, I smash. I smash. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't toot my own horn. I could. I wish I could go to the people who I've interviewed with and say, hey, how did you like my interview as opposed to other interviews you have conducted with other potential employees, and just see what they say. Because I know why I got the jobs I've gotten. Shoot, I already know. You know what I mean? And that program was on point, so that would be a good program to teach a lot of young adults, because nobody really teaches that, and they just expect you to know how to talk. Because it helped me to slow down my breathing so I wouldn't hyperventilate while I'm answering the questions. And then when you start to hyperventilate, you start to lose your train of thought, and then you don't even know or even want to ask certain questions because you're hyperventilating. You right, black people supposed to be exactly. We don't supposed to be constructive. We're supposed to be a destructive people and pretty much destroying ourselves. So the system don't have to bother with doing it later. That's what we're supposed to be about. You know what I mean? But I remember this one interview when I went into the gas company, and I was meeting with the owner of the company, the actual owner, right? I fill out the application online. He called. I went to the interview. Guess, let me see. I told this story before, so let me just see who's been here the longest and who was paying attention. I When I went to work for the gas company, I interviewed with the owner, right? And I wrote down questions to ask in the interview. Do anybody remember how many questions I wrote down? Let me see if anybody remembers. See if you really rock with me. If you really rock with me, let's see. How many questions did I write down? Anybody remember? And for everybody else who don't know the story, y'all could just come up with a guess. What do you get? How many questions you think just by guessing? Anybody? Anybody? How many questions you think I put down? Matter of fact, where my water at? Kiki Bryant said 100. Caribbean Flowers said 15. Anybody else? Uh, your guess is 20, 25. Donnie D, what up? Isha said 3. 3? Isha, stop playing. What up, Joe Love? East St. Louis in the house. What up, East St. Louis? 5. Anybody else before I give y'all the answer? Where my water at, y'all? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Grab my water. I put my butt in y'all face. Give me a second. Let me grab this water. There you go. See that alkaline, baby, 9.2. Get that alkaline water up in y'all. Zora, what up, Zora? You say 20, huh? Ah. Anybody else before I give y'all the answer? What up? What up, Brown? 12, huh? All right. I'll give y'all the answer. Miss Kiki Bryant. Shout out to her. I wrote down 100 questions to ask during an interview. Yes, 100 questions. I had my little portfolio. Matter of fact, I still got that same one in here, but I don't think I got them questions in there because I gave them to somebody for them to go to an interview with. And of course, he got the job as well. so, so let me ask y'all another question. When I got to the interview, yeah, shout out to Miss Bryan. She got it right. So, um, when I got to the interview, how many questions do you think that I was able to ask before I was offered the job? Let me ask y'all that. Now, I'm not for sure exactly, but I got a roundabout number because I kind of forgot now, but I got a roundabout number in my mind how many I asked before I was offered the job in the middle of the interview. Anybody? Do, 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 do. The AC got my nose rolling. 3. Y'all pardon me. My nose is running because of the AC. 99. 99. Anybody else before I give y'all the answer? 99. You funny. Anybody else before I answer? Nobody else? 3. That the price is right. I think 100 questions is reasonable to ask considering they're buying your time. Yeah, absolutely. But because most people don't do this, right? Most people don't know how to do this. So I think I may have got to 25 before I was offered the job in the middle of the interview. Not only was I offered the job, right? He went to the back, got the secretary to type up the contract for me to sign, right? And brought the W-9 in and brought in the sheet for direct deposit, right? And got me the employee handbook, got me a new pair of gloves, goggles, helmet. What else did he give me? Safety vest. Let's see what else did he give me. Gave me gloves, clipboard, some pens with the company name on it, and I was supposed to start in 3 days. Yep. I took the job and started on that third day for training, and he paid me $500 a week for training. I trained for 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? Let me see. Yeah, 2 weeks. 500 a week to train. Then I went out on my own, and I was getting it. I was getting it, baby. And that's when I was doing delivering gas to gas stations and diesel to truck stops. I was going all over the Midwest. I was going as far down as Kentucky. Um, I was going up to close to the Wisconsin border, and I was going to Indiana. I was delivering gas in Indiana as well, Northwest Indiana, and I was going to how far was that? Like Princeton, Illinois, west, delivering gas. So that was sort of like my territory. Yep. The guy, and this is what he said. This is what he said. This is key. Y'all pay attention. This is what he said. He said, I feel that I am a good judge of character, and I will be honored to have you work here, sir. That's what he said. And I stood up and I said, I think it'd be a pleasure to work here. Shook his hand, and he got all the paperwork. And then I quit the other job, which I hated. I did one of them no call, no show. Man, they called my house. I had to literally take the phone off the hook. That's when I still had a landline. I had to take the phone off the hook because they would call and I was like, would they stop? Don't they know I'm not? I quit. Shit, can't y'all take a hint? Stop talk. Stop talk. Stop stalking me. That's what I'm trying to say. Stop stalking me. They called my house about 100 times. They called my cell phone. I had to turn the cell phone off. because I was a good employee, man. But they treat their employees like trash. But I'm grateful that they gave me my opportunity because that was my first job in trucking. So I'm grateful they gave me that opportunity. But once I got that better opportunity, I was out because that first year I think I made 55. I don't mind telling y'all, I made 55,000 the first year in trucking. Then when I got with the gas company, first year gas company 70. That was a $20,000 increase. Plus I worked a little. I didn't work as hard. Put it that because the gas was pretty easy. Trucks are easy to drive. They was automatic trucks, day cabs, right? So basically, you go out, you grab the gas, you deliver it, you come back, park your truck, go home for the day. Weekends I had off, but I worked most Saturdays. Then toward that second year, I think I made 75 before I left there because the business went out of business, like I told you all. And then I took another job hauling food food grade products, and I was getting paid salary to do that. And I was running vinegar from Chicago to Wisconsin to Hellman's mayonnaise. I didn't even know they use. I don't food with mayo, so I didn't even know they took vinegar in there. So I used to go to the vinegar place. There's a little hole in the wall. You'll be amazed at some of these places, guys. Some of these businesses we can have because from what I'm seeing, some of these outfits making millions of dollars, and they set up is rinky dinky. Like, golly, that place where I used to go pick up the bleach at, that place was a dump right in the middle of the south side of Chicago, right in the Migo neighborhood. I would go over there, pick up a load of bleach, not bleach, 'cause we did bleach as well. Pick up a load of vinegar, and I would run it up to Hillman's in Wisconsin, like a 4 hour trip up there, and it was like a 2 hour trip to deliver. I mean to offload, and then the 4 hours back. So what was it, 3 hours? Might have been 3 hours because I know I could make it back in the same day. And then, man, I used to smell like vinegar every day, guys. I used to smell like mad vinegar. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. I'm all for micro businesses. Absolutely, me too. You just answered my question. I had in mind. Oh yeah, yep. They trying to keep that overhead low. Yeah, because they do not put no money. And then this place was like, kid you not, Sweet Berry. It was situated in the middle of a neighborhood. Like if you didn't know it was there, like because I mean when I first went there, I'm like I can't. The GPS was saying turn down this residential street. I'm in a big ass truck. So I'm looking down there before I turn. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see shit down there. I'm like, well, it's telling me go. So I'm like, well, I'll just go and just make it work. So I went down there, and sure enough, you get about a block and a half, 2 blocks down to the right. Back, it's set. It was set back off the street. So from what from when I was looking down that way from the main road, I couldn't down 47. I couldn't see it. But then when I got back there, it was set back off the road. Then I was able to dip off into the parking lot, and then you would go in there, and all they had was 2 bays, so only could fill 2 trucks at a time. You go in there, and they had like a little area where you can go and sit if you wanted to sit, get out the truck. And then when I said, "Well, I'm gonna go, can I use our bathroom?" So they act like they didn't want me to use it, but then when I went back, I understand why, because it looked like they ain't cleaned that bathroom over in the last 30 years. It was so much dirt and grime in that damn bathroom. I'm like, Lord have mercy. If people only knew, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, shit, we could have this type of operation. It's only 2 bays, one little small building and a little parking lot, and it was all gravel. And I bet that place is breaking in millions just selling vinegar. It's amazing, guys. I'm just telling y'all, like I've learned a lot in this trucking business. I ain't gonna even lie. Some of the stuff I've learned, you know. So some of this stuff we can definitely do on the continent. Brian said, "How do you get contract jobs with food production companies as a truck driver?" Well, I will answer that. Let me answer. Let's see. there are there are businesses that make money each year that are repurposed homes. Okay, Brown. Salute, bro. Love your transparency and energy. I've learned I learned of your channel on Bomani. I'm following. I'm following. I'm going to Ghana with his group in December. That's what's up. I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna be there in January. Yeah, you'll love that trip, boy. That's. I wish I could go, but I'm gonna be in Sierra Leone, baby. You dig? We gonna be in. We gonna be in Mama Salone. So, but I'm gonna slide over to Ghana before I leave the continent and stay over there for a week so I can get my property. Start working on getting my property built. But let me go back to her question. Um, the way it works, Miss Bryant, is they don't necessarily contract out to individual truck drivers. I sub to a few other trucker YouTube channels, and they saying the same thing. They are amazed at the type of businesses in certain areas. Absolutely. Um, how it goes, Miss Bryant, is what happens is the system was already set up before we even came into it. Peace, peace. What's up? Um, so what they do is, since they set the system up already, they have these load boards, and so what they do is the company that needs to produce loads, they get access to the load board. So what they do is they will call up, right, and talk to a agent and tell that agent, hey, look, or what they call a broker, hey, look, I have a a a a vinegar plant, and I ship. Just trying to figure out the best way to tell you this. To ship 20 loads of vinegar to Wisconsin, right? And I need drivers to deliver them on these days, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at this time, right? So if I got a trucking company, I could call into the load board and maybe I might get a hold to that broker. And that broker could tell me, I could say, I'm looking for loads locally. I don't want to be going no further than 3 hours away. You're like, well, would you like to get a dedicated account? If I'm a good driver and I don't make excuses, I own up to my mistakes, right? I make my appointment times and I love to work. I'm a top producer, right? Which means I love to work. I love to work. I love to work. Okay. I call that broker, say, hey, look, this is Go Trucking. Oh man, what's up? What you trying to do? Oh well, I'm trying to get some loads locally because I'm trying to do some things. Oh wait, how you feel about vinegar? Hey, does it pay? Oh yeah, it pays pretty decent. Okay, cool. What is it? Okay, well you go here, pick it up, you take it to Wisconsin. It's a round trip. It takes you about 10 hours to do. We can run you that load, one load a day for 5 days. So every day, 5 days a week, you'll run that load from Chicago to Wisconsin and back. Every day I would do that. That's something you interested in doing? Yeah, I think I'd be interested in doing that. Cool. All right. This is what you got to do. Tell me what I got to do. I go do it. I'm on that contract until further notice. Yep, that's how it works. Are you going to? Are you going alone, or will you, your fam, wife, and children? Ah, I need to get. I'm gonna get a soundboard. I've got the soundboard coming soon. No, I am divorced, and my son is grown. I have no children. I have an adult, 25-year-old, and I've been divorced 20 years. So no, and no girlfriend. I'm solo dolo. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be traveling. When I travel by myself. Yep, 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 yep. But you know, who knows? Marriage might be in the plans later on. That's what I'm thinking. Right now, it's all about this trucking life and y'all, the people. That's what it's about right now. We got to show and prove. You know what I mean? We got to show y'all that this is the real deal. So we gonna be showing y'all. Like I said, I got the new camera set up. I got everything. I just got a couple more things to get. A lot of folks you see in the chat will be on the trip going to Sierra Leone in December. We will be interviewing everybody, right? And then I'm gonna give them a chance to interview me because I've already spoke to everybody about starting their own channels, and a few people have picked up the challenge. So I'll be on their channels and helping them start their channels, right? And they'll be over here. So you can show you how the growth is going to be growing exponentially because, right, we got some real stuff that's going on over here. You know, we're going to be changing lives and improving lives and pouring value into you all. You know what I mean? Yep. And in return, you all are pouring value into me, whether you know it or not, because it's giving me an outlet to talk about these things candidly. I don't really care. Everybody really knows it, and the people who don't know me really, when they find out, they be just like they can't believe it. Like my son don't even believe it. Every time I tell him, he just be looking at me with this like, Dad, I just can't see you in this life you tell me about. It's like you're telling me about somebody else's life. I'm like, no, sir. I know. I do a really good job, but no, that was my life. And it was meant for me to be here because you're here now, and now we have a whole different trajectory on life. You know what I mean? We both going to the motherland, right? And we're gonna work together to build this empire. Because I'm gonna leave him an empire. Sure is, and any future progeny that I bring forth to the planet. Yep. So we're gonna have a bar. I can't wait. I was talking to him day before yesterday. Oh, he just got a promotion too, y'all. Hey, y'all give it up for my son. I forgot he sent me a thing. He got promoted today. I don't know what something he said. I know he got promoted today, so he'll get a few more dollars before he come home. So shout out to my son if he's listening. Love you, son, and congratulations again. I knew you had it in you. You know what I mean? Only great things for us. You know? Shout out to you, baby. I knew you were gonna do good, so I wasn't even worried. After you told me you was gonna take a test, like, oh, you got it. But I asked him, has he been studying? He said, yeah. Black excellence, baby. Brilliant black excellence. Right? Very constructive. See, I made sure that my son wasn't gonna be in the street. He don't know nothing about it. The only thing he knows is what I've taught him, because I've taught him about gang life, the different gangs, the different uh, mentality of them, just so he knows to stay away and how to deal with them because they're everywhere. There's no getting away from them, and he in that age group, so he needs to know. Appreciate that, people. Yep, black excellence, baby. So he's only been, man, that boy got wins. Hey, that boy got wins on top of wins on top of. Every time I be talking to him, I'm like, boy, you just don't understand how privileged you are. He be like, I know, Dad. I know, Dad. I know. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, dude, you done been all around the world by age 20. He been the man. He been everywhere. We was running it down the other day. We was talking a couple of days ago. We were talking. I'm like, man, you been everywhere, boy. He been to Guam, Hawaii, Bahrain, Dubai, Germany. Um, where else was he? Um, Mexico, Canada, right? All that by age 20. I just started traveling till I was like, what? How old was I? 37? Yeah. Been had his passport since he was 16. Had his driver's license at 17. Yep. Put this. We charged up now. Yep. I didn't start traveling. My first time out the country is when I got married. Went on a honeymoon when I got married. And we went to Jamaica and the Bahamas. That was my first time out the country. Yep. And I got the bug though. I had got the bug to travel. We didn't travel no more after that, but and then um just stuff here. Going to Vegas. I got a timeshare in Vegas, so I go to Vegas every now and then and spend time in my little spot I got out there. But now, only place I want to sell that. So anybody looking to buy a timeshare, holler at me. Go Ham Trucking. I don't need nothing about 10 stacks. It's right off the strip. Uh, so now it's all about Africa, baby. Hell with Vegas. I don't gamble nowhere. I just went out there to participate in the shows, and I like to go to the shows and stuff like that. The Magic. I've always like Harry Houdini. I was going out there for those type of things. I don't gamble. Um, I took my son out there when I first got it for his 21st birthday. He came back from the Navy, and we flew out there and hung out for the weekend. That was a good father son trip. I was 18 my first time traveling. Oh yeah, you was early. Nah, 18. I was locked down tight in the clam. 19, 20, I was locked down. But I've been making up for it. I've been making up for it in these last 4 years. I've been everywhere. I've been to, well, you have to stop over in Europe just to go to Africa. But my Africa adventures, yeah. And like I said, I got 6 more countries on my list, but right now it's about time to build. So we're gonna build up some stuff first, and then we'll pick traveling back up probably 2023. Like real traveling. Like I'm planning to go to Ghana, that's business. And then I'm gonna go to Liberia, that's gonna be business too. Because for some of you guys who's coming back to Liberia, I want to go and try to set up something for you all, take a tour there. So I want to see that history. Turkey, Ethiopia, Tanzania. Oh, you've been around then. What's up? Tanzania and Ghana. Why Turkey? Wow. Blow it up and be what? Be happy. That's what's up. Catskill on your list. Okay. Question. That's what's up. See shit. Yeah. But for work and I love history. That's what's up. It's time to go to Sierra Leone, baby. Yes, it is. Mama Salone. I can't wait to get back to the beach, baby. You see, I've been working out hard. Y'all see it? I'm out here working, my 60-year-old self. I'm out here working hard, baby. You know? So we get over there to the beach. I take my shirt off a little bit, flex just a little bit, something light, guys. I ain't trying to get crazy. I just want to let folks see what an almost 60-year-old can look like. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get out there and just flex a little light, just a little light work, nothing heavy. You know what I'm saying? Just want them to see what we could do when we put our mind to it. You know, you ain't 60 yet. Well, I'm close to it. Shoot, my next birthday I'll be 56, so I'm close. You know, I'm close. So I'm gonna get out there. Uh, that's why I'm just kind of been hitting it, and then maybe by next month I'm gonna hit it hard. Okay, so the trucking company can't do direct contracts work with the food production companies in America. They can, but are they gonna do? Are they gonna give you a melanated person that they don't know? You're not part of the good old boy network. You're not in the WS system, right? Are they gonna give you a direct contract. That's off code for them. I'm not saying it can't happen, but that's literally off code for them. Now they ain't got no problem with going through a middleman, and that's basically what they're doing. Because the company I was working for is owned by some albinoid family. All right. So when I show up to that manufacturer, I'm showing up in my official capacity representing that albinoid family's company. So that that shipper understands that I'm working for an albinoid person, they're albinoid person. So they ain't got no problem with me getting the little peanuts that I get to transport it. Okay. But for me to have that contract outright, shit, that'll make me some really good bread. Because if I could have got another truck, got maybe somebody I know to ride the other truck, we could have just been running them loads constantly, and we'd have got some real paper. But that ain't how it works. It can work that way, but you know, uh, I don't like being on the lower board because it goes from sugar to famine. Feast to famine. Sometimes of the year because it's seasonal. So sometimes you can make hell. I'm talking about a bag. I'm talking about a real legitimate bag. 3 months later, you at home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. Truck ain't moving. I love the bathing suit and not on me. Hey, me too. So you got to get them, got to get them pecs. We got to get them abdominals right because we want to be out there looking good, representing. You know what I'm saying? We got to be out there representing. So yeah, you can, Miss Brown. You could do. There's guys out there that do have what they call direct contracts with shippers, but those contracts take time to develop. And it's usually a person can develop those contracts based off of poor performance of other carriers. So let's say if I'm working for a carrier, which is an albinoid carrier, and he has a lot of melanated drivers like myself, and then we wasn't really punctual with our appointment times, and we were late a lot. Let's say we was negligent and we spill a lot of the vinegar on the ground, which would be a no-no. We were late getting to the consignee, right? We were rude, all those type of things. Then the contracts could be stripped from us, and then if they go to another albinoid community company and they kind of go through the same thing, then that particular company, if they really need to get their product out, I might be able to go to them if I had an inside track, right? Somebody worked there could call me and say, hey man, look, the last two companies that came through here, they messing up. They spilled stuff, they was late, blah, blah, blah. If you come over here and you might be able to convince the owner to let you have that contract exclusively. But you will need an inside connect in order to know that the inner workings of that company. Then maybe I could go up there and convince that owner to let me have that contract and don't go through the low board. Just have a direct contract with me. We could draw up a contract. He could sign it, I sign it, and then he could just pay me directly, direct deposit. Does it happen? Yeah, it do. No, no problem at all. We talk about everything over here. That's what I was talking to Mr. Lofton earlier about. Over here, we do everything, right? Crypto, stocks, entrepreneurship, travel, right? We talk about uh, just touch on a little bit of religion, right? We talk about history, heritage, right? Pretty much everything under the sun. That's why I call this channel blogs. So we could just sit up here and talk about whatever we want. And it's a constructive talk because people are learning. We're talking business 1 minute, right? We're talking about uh, uh, the non-constructive nature of most African people or the perception of it, right? And how we don't supposed to be a constructive people. And what are we doing? We're being a constructive people. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of haters, right? We're gonna get a lot of agents, paid and unpaid. Okay. We're gonna get a lot of folks that's gonna try to um, deviate us off of a constructive path. Because what we're talking about over here is too constructive. We're talking about business, we're talking about entrepreneurship, we ain't talking about drinking, smoking, gambling, none of that foolishness, right? We're talking about the law of diminishing returns. We talk about the law of attraction, right? We talk about land, buying land. We talk about construction. Yesterday we were talking about construction, right? And the leasing land in Africa. We talk about that in opposed to buying land in Africa if you're a citizen. That's what's so beautiful about my situation. I'm a citizen. So I could outright buy land. It's a beautiful thing, baby. Don't have to lease it. Now in Ghana, I'm leasing land. I'm cool with that. So eventually I'm probably going to apply for citizenship in Ghana as well. Okay. Because I want to be part of that community. And we can have communities all over Africa. You know, it's just that right now, Sierra Leone is the best thing since sliced bread because why? Our people there said, come home. Y'all ain't got to put up with all that disrespect over there in the divided snakes of America. Y'all can come home. This is your home. Man, that was the best words I ever heard. The president himself said, y'all ain't got to put up with that. Y'all come home. And I was like, yes, sir. Coming home, sir. Coming home, baby. Salone it is. Okay. So now I'm telling the world, let's go. Get your DNA done, right? Find out where your people come from. Find out which tribes and what land you have a DNA match with. And if it ain't Sierra Leone, so be it. You still can come. You still can help us be part of the new Sierra Leone. You got us. We're going to make sure you're good, right? We can lobby later on to petition the countries that your DNA come back to, or we'll try to figure out a path to citizenship in Sierra Leone for folks who are of melanated descent. Nigerian, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, right? Ghana, Togo, Benin, right? Don't matter. Gambia, you still can come. We're going to figure out something because guess what? Guess what? We're going to become an economic powerhouse and we're going to lobby the Sierra Leonean government to make a way for the rest of our brothers and sisters that need to escape. See, people don't understand to be part of something that's bigger than you. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. Okay? This is going to be for me, because I'm benefiting from it now, and for further generations to come to make sure we get this right. Make sure we don't mess this up. That's why I threw my hat in the ring to make sure we don't mess this up. I'm not having it. We gonna get this right if it kills us. Okay? We got a good thing and we gonna keep it that way. We're gonna go over there with respect, with dignity, and we're gonna be a constructive people, period. As they say, period. And if you don't want to be constructive and you're about your nonsense, kick rocks. Simple as that. Africa needs open borders, one country. Yeah, well, until then, it is what it is. We go over there and do what we can until then. Gabon. Okay. Found tribe. I did my African. Okay, well, you still welcome to come to Sierra Leone with us. I don't know what Gabon is doing. I've been saying I was gonna look at it because me and Mr. Lofton was talking about this a few days ago, and I think his one of his sides of the family is from Gabon. Um, and I'm still waiting for my father's side of the family to come in too. So we'll see what that comes back. But if it is wherever country it is, I'm going. Y'all already know. I'm already going to set something up. Try to set something up there. But right now, we're gonna be focused on Sierra Leone because the president is on board. He understands our plight, right? Our struggles. He understands our history, right? They understand who we are. Ain't no you ain't gonna over there. They ain't gonna call you two ball over there. You ain't gonna hear that foreigner, the F word. You ain't gonna hear the foreigner word in respect to us. Not in Sierra Leone. They don't operate like that. And you go to some of them other African countries, they call you foreigner. Even though we have the same skin, close to the same skin as they do, and they know we have a love for Africa because we spend our own money to get over there, but they're still a call you foreigner. You go to Sierra Leone, you're not gonna get that. They know our struggle. They know our history. Africa is not Africa is not yet ready for one border. She's pregnant, but she is not due. Yeah, that's true. I agree. The upcoming Sierra Leone trip sounds like it is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be rocking. You think we? Hey, we ain't playing no games. I am tempted to go just for the fun. Well, hey, whether you go or not, you gonna be part of the fun or be able to see the fun because we're gonna film damn near every aspect. Thanks to Mr. Lofton, I still need to buy those memory cards. I bought one for the camera, but I'm finna buy about four, well, three more. I think I'm gonna buy three more because there's one other thing I want to get. So that's gonna be enough film for the next 2, 3 years. So we're gonna film everything humanly possible and give you. And then I'm gonna try to get with an editor so they can put some music with it. We can speed some stuff up, slow some stuff down, throw some stuff in there, make it fun. Because this is more of our serious time for us to really learn and grow and bond as a group. And then when we go over there, it's gonna be our fun time plus a little bit more, a lot more fun with educational and history, right? So that's how we're gonna break this thing up. So I'm gonna give y'all everything you're gonna need to make a really informed decision about my my country. You dig? We're gonna get you everything you need so you can come up with a very intelligent decision where you want to go. Okay. And we're going to be there because most of the people going on my trip, we all plan to repatriate to Sierra Leone. So we're going to be living there, baby. So I know y'all want to be next to us because we what's happening. We the new elders, baby. Seeing it on film is not the same as being there. Yeah, that's true, but it's a close second. better than not seeing it and not being there. Definitely better than that. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, hell to the yeah. We going to have us a ball, baby. Already, hey, Mr. Lofton. When I got off the phone with you earlier, my manager called. We was on the phone. I went on and told him because I was telling you I was waiting to tell him. I say, hey man, I need you to block out 15 days. So I took off the 27th to the 10th. Now, actually, I got to call him back because I'm gonna go to Ghana. So I'm gonna call him back and add a few more days to my journey because I gotta go to Ghana and do. It probably ain't gonna take me 7 days, but I'm gonna want to go to the clubs and hang out and have some fun. So it's gonna be slash. It's gonna be like 75% business and 25% fun. And then I'm coming back and then back to the truck and I'm getting it. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'll make that first quarter count. And We're gonna be over there doing some stuff. So I can't wait. That's why I say we want to be, and everybody should be able to buy into this to be part of something that's bigger than us. Okay, this bigger than all us. This is gonna benefit us because we are in the here and now, right? And we are the face of it. But it's gonna we want to protect it so it could live on past us, meaning the path to citizenship, the path to repatriation to the country. We are going to be the vanguards of it to make sure that we protect it so it will exist from now on, even after we gone. So there's something bigger than us. So this is what folks should have on their mind, right? And also what we can do for the country, what skills, right? What ideas we have for the country. Because me and Mr. Lofton was chopping it up about some of the ideas that we have. So we're definitely gonna be doing some partnering because he's a kindred spirit, and we want to do some partnering, right? So we can get this thing cracking. We not playing no games over here, people. Y'all could think it's a game if you want. Y'all gonna be, hey, you better get out the mustard and catch up. Better get out the mustard and catch up because we finna be doing some hellified stuff because that's what it's about. All that being rugged individual that has killed our society, what we call black society. Now we have just a loosely collection of hoods that nobody wants to be in. You're not safe. It's not productive. There's nothing positive. It's barely producing anything of significance. We did. We were cranking out baseball players, football players, basketball players, certain academics, but now they didn't get it to the point where, shoot, we don't know what's gonna happen with all this cold beer flu. Better make it 25 days. Yeah, I might. I might. Open borders will make Africa. Yeah, because they're gonna fight that. So we just got to do what we got to do for now. Later for the open borders. Right now we worried about Sierra Leone, and then later on, if the open borders situation materialize, we definitely gonna be on the bandwagon champion that. But right now, Sierra Leone all the way, baby. Fun gotta be off the chain. Absolutely. Open superpower. Yep. What up, West Coast? Seems like it's half working and half vacationing when you live on the continent. Yeah, it's just gonna be fun, man. Okay, it's gonna be fun because you don't have the albinoid white devil community, right, lurking around every freaking bush to ambush you. Okay, so once you take away the threat, and then we just over there unmolested, man, I don't think we truly can appreciate that until we actually. Oh, excuse me. I don't think we can truly appreciate the fact that we won't have these albinoid devils running around with guns, right? With the threat of death looming over us daily, right? We could be executed at any time, right? You take away that threat and just allow our natural creative juices to just flow unmolested, unimpeded. What can we produce? Hell yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then we get people of like minds that want to see each other win. Man, I don't think y'all ready. Y'all ain't ready. I don't know if you heard they government is trying to mandate the jab to fly. Yeah, well, let them do what they're trying to do. I don't care about none of that. We getting up out of here. I think at a point they can't, because based off of what I see, it's so hard to get them to do stuff. Good evening. What up, New York? I see you. Absolutely. You know we are. They trying to mandate it here. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Hell, they ain't even got enough jabs there to do that. And folks over there probably ain't taking it. And then we got to see how much of that is just talk. They do a lot of talking over there. You don't hardly see too much stuff being produced though, so I ain't worried about none of that mess. Peace is Africa, destruction is in America. Choose wisely. Yeah. Well, what I say to that, Kiki, is what our honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said. Africa is not for everybody. Some of the Negroes, ninjas, need to stay here. So I'm all for that. Only the brilliant ones among us, the ones who want to cooperate and work together, need to go. Because why? We want to make those countries, right, the jewel of West Africa, right? And we want to become an economic powerhouse so we can um, have some say so in the laws, right? That's what it's gonna come down to. If we got that bread, we're gonna be able to have a lot more say so. Cause I say so. You did? Nobody is there to take you out. Everybody smiles that you love is in the air, baby. Absolutely. I believe West Coast. Yeah, absolutely. You seen the jab protest in New York, it's over for the yeah, of course it is. It's gonna be dead on arrival. Just the lawsuits. I told you. What did I tell y'all a few videos ago? It's gonna be an avalanche, literal avalanche of lawsuits. They done. They pulled the trigger too early. They done. I have to go. I have to go. I need to go early to the gym, and after this to work. Bye, everybody. All right, come anytime. Come anytime. Be safe out there. Protect yourself. Protect your neck, as they say. Protect yourself and have a good workout. And come back anytime. You're more than welcome. We like-minded people over here. You dig? On code, baby. On code. Anybody want to come up for a minute before I get up out of here? I'm already at 2 hours and 30 minutes. So anybody want to come up for a few? We'll give it maybe give you like 10 minutes to get up here. Or y'all want me to shut it down? I'll get some of these shoulder workouts in. Are you gone? Anybody want to come up before I get out of here? Ain't nobody in there right mind listening to Jim Crow Joe. Hell no. Creepy old man better get himself in a nursing home somewhere and you dig sniff on somebody grandmama. Sniff on somebody great grandmama. Better get up out of here. We ain't trying to hear it. Sorry. And before it's all said and done, they gonna be in jail. I see it coming. Yep. That doggone general called the freaking his Chinese counterpart, tell him, hey, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'll let you know if we're gonna make a strike. Trying to imply that Orange Man was going. He wasn't even thinking like that. They were just on some BS. But they just don't know. They didn't put themselves out there. So we got to nail their ass to the cross right now. We need to be that general need to be locked up. That Frenchie needs to be locked up. You know, the little weasel. He needs to be locked up. Um, the Surgeon General, that heifer. Who else? Pelosi. Man, I would like to see her in handcuffs. Bend over and cough. Spread them. Man, I would like to see her in handcuffs. Who else? Well, I like to see in handcuffs. Schumer and creepy old man. Hell, I like to see Obama in handcuffs. Who else would I like to see in handcuffs? The Clintons. Oh yeah, Dr. Mumi did a video about having a alternative route to Africa via cruise ship boats to Africa. Yeah, I've already discussed that, Nora. I've already discussed that. I'm gonna be working on something for us because that's my job to just try to help you all, help everybody, and help myself figure out our alternative route. So more likely we'll go through. We'll leave Mexico, right? Yep, we'll leave Mexico and do it. And right now, I think they do direct flights. I got to find out from my Jamaican buddy. I'm gonna have them on the show soon if we can do direct flights from Jamaica. Yep. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Because I can, hell, we can fly to Liberia and then take a taxi over the border. So we gonna figure out a way. And police officers don't make a lot of money, and a lot of us do. So we can always make sure we get them a very nice vacation, and we can cross the border whenever we feel like it. So don't worry, people. We good. Don't worry, we good. I know. Confirmation. Africa's on the same place. Absolutely. Susan Rice. Oh, mom. Yeah. We can get Joy Reid, Susan Rice. We can lock up some reporters too, because they've been collaborating with the deep state, right, to put us in the dark about this thing. They covering up all this stuff. So yeah, we can go down the list. We can go over that CNN, and we can what's that other one? NBC, and I don't even know what all. We need to just go and start locking up. Hey, you can get some handcuffs too. Hey, I'll cover that mug like this here. Let me see if I can find something. I gotta show you this. Let me see. Yeah, this will work. Hey, I come in there like this here, guys. I could come into the news station if I had the power with some handcuffs doing this. Like, yeah, y'all thought y'all how long y'all thought y'all gonna get away with this bullshit, right? And then it'd be twirling around my finger, and I'll sling them over there right on the desk, and they'll slide right across all the papers right in front of the anchor. Yeah, go on, put them on, homie. Hell, all these chumps locked up if it was me, baby. You gotta do your research, New York. If you don't know what Obama did, you behind a couple steps. Go back and look. He ain't do nothing for us. That's what he didn't do. If you had to ask, exactly. Well, she might not have known. It's all good. Some people may not. They was looking at maybe the fact that he was the first biracial um, uh, FYG. What is it? HQ. The alphabet? I mean, the rainbow community. He wasn't for us. Go back and look at some of the stuff he actually did. He ain't do nothing for us, right? So we got a big problem for that. A big problem with that. Okay, it ain't about your skin tone. It's about the policy. How did you? Because remember now we had Trayvon Martin, we had Castile, we had that brother that got shot up there in New York for selling the cigarettes, Eric Garner, right? We had a bunch of that. Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, all up under who? Your boy. What did he say? Did he do anything? Did he stop them? Did he do executive order? Nothing. Yeah, Bill Gates. Well, I'm just making sure Hey, I'm just I'm in my own world, so if I don't catch on what you're trying to say, forgive me. But you know what I meant for other folks that come in that might not have understood what it was about. But some people still on you say something about Obama, they get in their feelings. They so brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? And of course, all those people took the pinch. You did. They took the syringe. So that should tell you where they at, and they on They on board. They won't take the booster now. When is the booster available? I want to get the booster too. They totally lost. But if you say something about Obama, they get in their fifties. They get in their fifties something fierce. So it is what it is. But it's almost 10. Nobody said they want to come up, so we're gonna go and get up out of here. So just know, people, we want to be, and we are being a constructive people, right? Contrary to the narrative, okay? It's all about being constructive. It's all about, oh, excuse me, being involved in something that's greater than us, okay? This is greater than us. This is gonna go on after we have transitioned and become ancestors. This is gonna live on beyond us. So this is definitely bigger than us, right? It ain't just about me. It ain't just about you. It's about us and the future generations that's not here yet. We want to lay that path. We want to do it the right way. We want to keep it sacred. We want to keep it clean, keep it classy, keep it brilliant, right? And go over there and represent big for our people, right? This is what we're about. And for folks that can't see that, they coming here with that nonsense, we getting you up out of here. I'm not even playing with you no more. We ain't got time to be playing. This ain't no kiddie stuff. This is grown people stuff here. What we trying to do here. Grown people stuff. Okay? We ain't got time to be playing with these kids, these agents. People actually wanting to take the boot. Yeah, lined up. They ready to take it. When they gonna have the booster ready? They have been scared into fear. Yeah, they scared to death. Okay, some of these people ain't been sick in years. They just they hook, line, and sinker. Whatever the DMs tell them. I'm gonna be peeing all night. All right, let me get up off here. What up? Let me see. What's it. A1s, baby. We A1s over here. Yeah, we practice A1. Africans first. Okay. Well, we could say BA1s. Black Africans first, baby. So we going with A1s over here. We A1s, baby. All the way, all day, 24/7, 10 toes down, 365 days. Africa or nothing. And we don't give a care who know about it. All that being ashamed of our history, bump that. We got the best history on planet Earth. Why we not celebrating it every turn? Every turn. And now we going back in really large numbers. And the most brilliant among us, man, we gonna watch. Y'all gonna see. Wait till y'all see what we gonna be doing over there, boy. It's gonna be beautiful. Poetry in motion, baby. Everybody go in peace and have a wonderful night. Absolutely. I'm gonna go and get up out of here so I can get these shoulders, give me some shoulder press. Got my weights over here in the corner. Do a few more curls, and then stop raining now. But the ground is slippery, so I will get out and do some sit-ups. But push-ups. But it's kind of damp out there. I might try to do a few and take my butt to bed. Get up in the morning, take me a quick shower. What up, Zora? I say you good night. Good night. So we're gonna go and get up out of here. Y'all be good, be safe, right? Um, do some research. Be willing to come up next time. I might get done driving a little early tomorrow, so I might get a panel together so some of y'all could come up so that we could chop it up. I want to hear y'all talk too. That's how we trade back and forth ideas. You know what I mean? Um, so y'all look out for me a little early tomorrow. So I should be done driving early tomorrow. I think I got 6 hours of driving, so I'll be done pretty early. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Peace and Black African power, baby. Love y'all. Be good.